All right, welcome everybody. We are
We're
super
here.
live. Where the hell did you just go? I played the intro when you ran away from the show.
You told me to turn off TV.
Oh, that's right, I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go back and turn it back on. We'll wait. Welcome everybody to
Yeah,
our
we'll
special,
wait.
our Thursday night pop-up podcast. I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
And yeah, this is a special night. I know that we normally don't do
You hear
this, but it
that?
is our
You hear that? Can
no,
you hear that? Oh, you can't
no,
hear that, huh? Oh.
no. Well,
That's
what
the
was it?
coffee. That's the coffee gurgling.
Oh, the coffee's gurgling. Oh, okay. This is our special Thursday night podcast because Gary just got back from being on the road for 2.5 weeks. Is that about
Yeah.
right? 2 weeks? 2 weeks.
Yes, that is right.
And I was, we said, we're going to take a little vacation. Gary's going to go on the road and play, and I'm going to stay home and have COVID. And that's what we decided. And I think I got that shit end of the deal on that one.
Yeah, but you kept your word.
Yes, I did keep my word.
You did keep your word, and you kept COVID. Am I coming through okay? Because I know that you.
You're coming through just fine, Gary. Everything's perfect. And
All right, because sometimes won't up bit.
Shit. Janet says hi, guys. Janet's out there already. We got some people out there starting to tune in. So I know it's a strange night. I know it's a strange night, but we've got to figure out when we can squeeze these in when we have these kind of busy schedules. And Gary, you're going away this weekend again because you didn't travel. You didn't travel enough.
I don't think we're gonna be able to make it. Tammy and I are not going to be able to make it this weekend because the storm coming.
Oh, you know what? That's right. That's right.
There's a storm coming, and our little getaway is Kaputski.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I am sorry to hear that. But, well, you know what? Hey, you guys have been apart. You've been on the road. A weekend at home, on a rainy weekend at home, just the two of you snuggled up on the sofa. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
There is nothing wrong with that. She lays on my stomach.
As a matter of fact, I plan to sit between you guys. I'm going to be a little lonely this weekend. I'm going to come over. I'm going to chaperone.
You're going to be a little lonely this weekend, but what happens in the future?
The future will be the future, my friend.
The future will be fun. The future will be wonderful.
Yeah. Trust me. You know what? I create these lists for myself to do around the house. And I've never been in a point where I'm like, I'm bored. I got nothing to do. I'm always got something to do. To my detriment, actually. Let me see if I can change my mood lighting here a little bit. A little blue, a little red.
Look at that. You got mood lighting, and this is all in your house, huh?
This is all in my house. Welcome to Chateau Jones, the home of Scott's studio. Hey, Jean's out there. Jean's saying hi. Janet wants to know where Tammy is. She will be joining us shortly.
Tammy will be joining us shortly.
Our friends at Addiction Training Center, which would probably be Karen Hurley, is watching us as well. She's saying hello from Addiction Training Center.
Hello, Karen Hurley.
And folks, we'll talk
Karen
about
Hurley
that stuff. Yeah.
Karen Hurley is wonderful.
So tell me, my friend, how was on the road? I mean, you were in Texas, you were in Oakland, Dakota places. I don't know where you were, but you were somewhere.
Well, you really want me to go into this?
Well, not like the whole thing, but just like was it a successful trip because of COVID and everything? Was this trip a little different? Was it difficult?
It was different. Thank you for giving me that. It was very different.
Yeah.
It was a different kind of tour that I think I've ever actually. We've done tours like this before, and that was basically
it was tough.
It was tough. It's just a lot of miles and a lot of gigs.
Did you see the crowds being affected by COVID and everything? No, I mean, was it smaller crowds than normal?
Yeah,
because you guys do pretty good at packing the place. You really do.
Yeah. Oh, locally, it's great. But I mean, right, we were in Baton Rouge, which was Tammy said the night before, she said she heard on the news that Baton Rouge was the hotspot of America. And there we were.
Well, from what I
3
understand,
days.
Baton Rouge is the hot spot most of the time for most things,
Wow.
including partying and eating and everything else. But no, so that's a shame though. And we saw it last night when you were out playing. You and John were out playing, and there was a smaller crowd than usual. I mean, it's just
Baton Rouge, yeah.
this is a tough time, Gary. I mean, people need to stay positive during all of this. We want to bring that positivity to them, obviously, with the show, but it is tough. We have to acknowledge that for people.
Yeah. But it was nice to see you out there. You know, after talking to you, it was nice to see you out.
It was nice. You know, you picked on me the whole time. You picked on me because of my haircut.
Oh, you mean the hair that you're going to grow?
Let me explain the haircut. Okay.
The last thing the last thing you said to me was, "It's going to grow. I'm letting it grow." And now you're telling me, no, you know what he's going to explain, folks? Let me tell you what he's going to explain. His hair was sick.
Well, wait a minute. We've got Gene is saying that you and Tammy are going to meet Pat Benatar with Gene.
Oh,
which is a ripoff because I was the one who made the Pat Benatar comment that she liked, so I should be the one meeting her.
You hear that? You hear that, Terry? He should be going with you because I don't know if I can make it.
You don't even know when it is.
Yes, I do. I talked to her yesterday.
Oh, you do know. See, you know all that stuff.
Yes, I do.
I don't want to go. All right, let me explain my hair.
Tell us about your hair, okay? Wait, you tell them I'm getting my coffee. Hold on. Give me a second. Go.
Oh, my goodness. I wanted to grow my hair out. I wanted to be like Gary. I wanted to be scary like Gary. I wanted to have my hair grown out. And I used to have long hair, you know, in my past. But after I was sick and I started feeling better, this is a true story. I started feeling better, but my hair felt sick. I felt
Oh, you're still talking about it.
I felt my hair felt sick. It just did. My hair felt about as bad as Gary's hair looks. How's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Are you back?
and I was picking on you all day yesterday, huh?
You were. As a matter of fact, I walked into the restaurant and Gary yelled from the stage, "What happened to your hair?" I mean, It wasn't like you were like subtle about it.
I didn't have to yell. I had a microphone.
So then I had to explain it with the guy with the long blonde hair sitting next to me, your friend there sitting next to Tammy, the guy, I've got his name.
Alex.
Yeah. And he wanted me to explain how hair gets sick.
So have you explained it to everybody else that's watching right now?
I explained it. You know, the truth is toxins do expel itself through the hair and it just felt sick. So now I cut it. Fresh start. I will grow my hair long again. I don't know when. I liked it. I liked the long hair, but I felt really bad after I was sick. And I was sick.
Hair doesn't grow when you're dead.
Yes, it does. No, it actually doesn't. Your skin contracts and the hair looks like it's growing, but it doesn't.
Right. So I don't want to hear I'm letting my hair grow now because you'll catch a little cold. You'll sneeze. Oh, I got to get my hair cut.
Oh my goodness. You never had short hair?
Yes, I did. Well, and I won't have it again.
You did shock me when I showed up last night. You had a ponytail and it looked like you cut your hair off. Let me tell you, folks, I didn't know it was Gary. It was pulled back nice and tight. So, which obviously means Tammy did it because it was done properly. Because usually when guys put their own ponytail in, it's kind of halfway off to the side and a little bit sticking out, but it looked really good. So I think
I hate it. I hate ponytails, and Tammy loves it. Tammy loves it. Tammy loves it. She says she loves the way I look with a ponytail, and I just don't get it. You have hair, let it fly.
She likes it because if you take one step in front of her, she can grab that ponytail. She gets all of your hair and she can yank you right down to the ground. I mean, just. Wow.
Oh no, she's not like that. She's a nut kicker.
Oh.
No, she isn't.
Much better. Hey, I want to say hi. Robert Tuff is out there watching. I want to say hi to Robert Tuff, and everybody else out there who's watching. Appreciate you. While you were gone,
yeah,
did you happen to catch any of the Olympics?
A little bit.
I watched more because I was sick during the Olympics, so I ended up watching a lot of Olympics. Is somebody at the door?
Did you hear that? You could hear that?
Yes.
Wait, that's the trouble with pop-ups. Hold on, let me see.
we got a special guest. I feel like we're in the middle of a Mr. Rogers show, and the mailman just showed up. Oh, man. Gary. All right, so anyway, I got stuck watching a lot of Olympics. So he's got a box. Gary, I feel like we're in the middle of a Mr. Rogers show. He just said, "Oh, boys and girls,
I got a package. I got a package, and look, it's brown, and that's what the mailman brings me.
Mr. Mailman brought me my package. This is my package from Colombia.
We call him.
Remember last week my package from Fredericks of Hollywood? Yes, we remember that one.
Yeah, I do.
It's my package from Mr. Speedy Delivery.
Mr. Speedy Delivery. Yes.
Mr. Speedy Delivery sent it to me. That's
you sound
right.
like him. You sound like him.
Mr. Rogers, hey, he was a big influence. He taught me how to put sweaters on and tie shoes.
I know. I have never walked through my door at the end of a day and just kind of sang my way to putting on different shoes. Who puts on different shoes? Slippers, fine, but different shoes? Those are my outdoor shoes. These are my indoor shoes.
What does he do? What did he put on tennis shoes, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. First of all, nobody says tennis shoes anymore.
What do they say instead?
They're called either athletic shoes or sneakers. But tennis shoes are...
People who play tennis, do they get offended?
It's just an older thing. Okay, Donna says biotin hair and nails gummies work great. Oh, biotin for hair and nails. That's what we need to take to be. I'm not losing hair.
Known Donna.
I cut my hair. People are... Let's get this straight. There's nothing wrong with my hair. I just cut it.
No, she's talking to me.
Oh, yeah.
You see, I've known Donna since I've had like real long locks, even in the back of my head there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Donna, she knew Pearl. Pearl was the band I was in.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
back in the 80s.
You have to tell us these things. How would I know the band you were in the 80s?
How long have you known me?
Not since the freaking 80s, I'll tell you that.
That's right.
We would have killed each other by now.
I can't argue with that. All right, so the Olympics.
Gene was reminding us when Eddie Murphy did Mr. Rogers on Saturday Night Live, what a great spoof that was. Remember? Yeah, it's Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood or something like that.
You don't do that in Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
Yeah. Knock on the door. Everybody get under the furniture. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm watching the Olympics and I'm like, I did not realize, first of all, most of the Olympics kind of stupid. I mean, it's like, I think of the gymnastics, like the real gymnastics where they're like flying over apparatuses, over shit. They're flying over shit. There's stuff, and they got team and individual and all that stuff. But what I don't understand is the gymnastics is they do a vault and they flip 6 times in the air and they land on their feet and they stick their arms in the air and they go ta-da, and then they give them a score of 13.865. What the frick is that? Who understands
13.865?
Yeah, but then somebody else will score a 15. But this girl wasn't allowed to score 15 because her trick wasn't tricky enough. And this and that. You know what? A, B, C, D, E, F. You know, you got an A if you did good. You get an A plus if you landed it. You know, or even 1 to 100. People can understand that. What is this? You know, the point they make it so complicated that it frustrates me. I watch it and I don't know if they did a good job or not. I mean, for me, if I'm in school and a teacher hands me back a paper and my grade is a 13.865, I'm screwed.
I totally agree with you.
It's the dumbest thing in the world, right? Have you ever watched
I totally agree with you. It used to be 1 to 10.
What was wrong with that? You could put a couple of you could do a 9.5.
It wasn't complicated enough.
No. No, and I think it makes all these little Yanceys out there who think that they're like these gurus of gymnastics, which they're all stupid. I love the gymnastics girls. I love the girls, and I love most of the coaches and the people, but these judges who walk around and they're all snooty and everything. No, you know what? 1 to 10, 1 to 100, just make it simple. You do a really good vault, you get a 95 on your vault. That I can understand. The other stuff it's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, that was one of my peeves that I was watching that. And then
you have a peeve.
That I've got peeves. I've got tons of peeves. Archery. I thought this is exciting. Archery. Holy shit. They took all the fun out of archery in the Olympics. These people don't get excited. They hit a bullseye. You don't even get a yay or a smile. They're just kind of like, So my solution is, and this would actually be easier to determine the winner. You put them all out in the field with a bow and arrow, and the last one standing wins the gold.
That's Hunger Games.
Fine, but I would watch it. And so would you.
Hunger Games.
And so would you. Yes. Hunger Games. Now, if you could just get winged in the leg, you might get the bronze. You know? I just think it would be more exciting. Or maybe just 2 at a time. Put them at one end of the field, the other end of the field. You say 1, 2, 3, go, and they got to pull their arrows out and shoot. And whoever gets one in the forehead, that's it. You're done. You're out.
No, you should get a 9.5.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I got 13.86. They're dead.
You know, it landed over here. If it landed here, you would have gotten a 10, but it landed right there. So I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
Yeah. You know, it's a 13.865. Listen, the way I want to do it, you're dead or you're alive. So it's a 0 or it's 100. There's nothing in between. Okay?
It's gold or death.
Absolutely. Then there's all these other ones.
You're a sick man.
They've got this new 3-on-3 basketball.
Oh,
it's like street ball, 3-on-3.
Haven't
basketball.
heard it.
It's ridiculous. I'm watching it. I'm like, these are grown men playing 3-on-3 basketball. You know what? I saw the same game down at the Y. You know, with a bunch of guys who just got out of work at UPS.
Are they tall? Are they tall guys?
Oh yeah.
So they're real basketball players only playing 3-on-3.
Yeah.
They should call it street basketball.
Why does that have to be an Olympic sport? That's what I'm wondering.
Oh man, they have wall climbing as an Olympic sport.
Thank you. Which is cool. I think climbing walls is kind of neat. But I think they've given up. Now, they removed baseball, softball, and karate now have been removed from the Olympics. I thought softball is a perfect summer Olympic sport. And baseball makes sense. Baseball makes sense. But they're going to put in 3-on-3 basketball, wall climbing, kiteboarding. And I don't even know what kiteboarding is. You know, it sounds like it's some sort of torture. Like, you know, well, if the waterboarding doesn't work, we'll kiteboard them. You know, I don't know what it is. It's skateboarding is in the Olympics now.
That's that I can understand. Yeah, maybe. Because the skiing.
We got the X Games for the skateboarding and stuff. I mean, does everything have to be included in everything? Synchronized swimming. Isn't it time we said goodbye to that shit? The synchronized swimming. Back when it was popular, which was, let me see, never.
Esther Williams, baby.
That's right. And I'm sorry. She's dead. So is that sport.
58, she died. She died when I was born.
Well, exactly. What else do we have? Surfing is now an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Surfing's cool.
It's cool, but how do How do you judge? Because you can't determine who's going to get the good wave. And it could be somebody could be the best surfer in the world and go out there and just not catch a good wave. It kind of sucks, you're at the mercy of what? Oh, bye-bye, too bad.
That's a wave.
That's it. Yeah, but they're only using one finger, so I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man.
So if you could do that while you surf, that's quite a feat.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you do it with your feet.
Breakdancing is now in the Olympics.
Is it really?
Breakdancing is now in the Olympics. Yes, these are new sports that have been brought in. Breakdancing is one of them. Which again, I don't understand. You're going to get rid of softball, but you'll have breakdancing. Why? That doesn't even make any sense whatsoever.
Are we getting any comments here?
We're getting. Let me see.
Anybody else got any weird ideas about what's going on with the Olympics?
Gene wants to know where you get your classic cartoon T-shirts. You got Underdog on today.
Oh, it's. I'll let you know. It's this incredible place called eBay.
yeah.
And if that doesn't work, I try Amazon.
And they come with pit stains. So you don't have to put them in yourself, because breaking in a shirt. Yeah, exactly. Janet says, show me your mug, Gary. I want to see it again. All right. Janet, I'll beat him with my mug. That's the mug right there. My mug.
That's the mug. It's got both our mugs on it.
It's got both our mugs. Put your mug in front of my mug. Okay. Janet's got an idea for a new Olympic sport: pole dancing. Yes. Finally. 13.865.
I'll give that one a 69.
Oh, nice.
So who else is on here? We got comments from Jeannie and
we got a lot of people
Janet.
watching, but not a lot of people making comments tonight. So which is fine.
They're cooking. Since we're not leaving, we can come back on. We can go on Saturday.
We could, if you want. You want to go to the studio?
Yeah.
All right, let me know. Well, let's see what the weather's going to do, too. If it's going to be really nasty, then we might not want to be in the studio because it floods over there, and I don't want to go out in the rain.
Oh, well, we have the magic of pop-up.
Okay. Oh, I got a comment from Sandy, my mom. She says, my brother used to break dance in front of our house. Yeah, see, now she's just being nice. He actually had seizures. But we put music on, and it entertained the neighbors. The neighbors were entertained, and it's all fun and good until somebody bites their own tongue off. That's what I say. But yeah, he used to break dance. My brother used to break dance. I just look like I broke my hip when I danced. That's the closest I get.
Was he in the Olympics?
No, he did not make the Olympic team.
Oh.
He did not make the Olympic team. I watched the horse stuff, the equestrians.
That's very cool.
Where they're jumping over the little things, these steeples or whatever they're called, and they got to go around and they're jumping over. And it ended up being in a tie between France and the United States, or Belgium and the United States, one of them. And they had to do a runoff where they had like 4 people run the course, and whoever had the highest score would win the gold. It was because they were tied for gold. My thing is, you really want to make that sport interesting, you put all the horses out there at once and have them all jump those little tiny things all at once. They'll be knocking each other down, knocking each other out. Give the riders awards too, so you could use those awards, and then we'll see who wins. You didn't hear a word I said.
Yeah, give the riders the swords. Yeah,
swords. But you let all the horses jump at once. That's one at a time stuff where they're kind of like just riding all high in the saddle and being all, no, the hell with that. Let's make it gladiators. Let's do gladiator stuff.
That's death again, just like the bow and arrow. You're making the Olympics too dangerous. Hello, Susan.
She says the Olympic talk's putting her to sleep.
Oh, okay. Let's move on. Let's talk. You got any curiosities there, Scott?
No, I actually don't. Not for tonight. I do not. I was just trying to find ways to make the Olympics better. That's all, folks. I was just trying to make it better. I will end with this one. I do have to share this one, though, because there is something called a pentathlon, which is 5 sports, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Now, what the pentathlon used to be was discus, javelin, long jump, running, and wrestling. That's what it used to be. You have to do all of that, then you win the gold. Now, the pentathlon is fencing, swimming, horse riding, running, and shooting. So I have no idea where those things all come together. But I love the fact that they've got to run and run and run, and then they got to stop and shoot a gun. And then fencing, I think, that's why I think maybe this was developed in East LA. Because what you do is you're running, you got to shoot while you're running, and then you got to stop and fence the stuff you just stole so you can go buy a horse.
That's the wrong fence. The fence they're talking about is the fence that they put around the house so nobody gets in.
Oh, see. Yeah, you're talking about defense, because I have defense outside my house. You know, it's
defense.
It's the defense. Yeah, it's right there.
Now you want to talk about an Olympic event, twit of the year. Now you don't know what twit of the year is because you don't watch Monty Python.
Nobody watches Monty Python.
No, everybody that has a sense of humor watches Monty Python.
Nobody. Okay, go ahead. So what is twit of the year?
Twit of the year is the biggest twit of all. They start off, what they have to do is back over a garbage can. And then they have to jump over a can. About that big.
Why? Wait, why?
To be twit of the year. You have to watch it. I want you to YouTube it tonight. Monty Python twit of the year. You still got the Ruddles and you haven't watched it.
So we've had Bruce Davis, Donna, Victoria, B, Jean, Sandy, Janet. We've had a bunch of people watching us, and I'm sure not one of those people understand what twit of the year is. I'm just telling you right now.
I'll bet you a majority of them watch Monty Python.
Here we go. Gene's jumping in. I love Monty Python, Killer Rabbit, and Black Knight. Thanks, Gene. Thanks
the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail.
You break my heart. So, again, this is just one of our pop-up shows. We wanted to do it because we weren't sure if Gary was going to go away, but now with the storm coming, by the way, if you are in the South Florida area, I know they're saying tropical depression, and it's probably not going to be like a major storm, but we're going to get a lot of rain. So please just make sure you secure your stuff for possibly a little bit of flooding, depending on where you live, but just take care of yourself this weekend and continue to social distance and wear your masks, please. I know it's a pain in the ass, but do it.
Susan, what should our topic be? Since you didn't care too much for the Olympics, which I understand.
Now, who is Susan?
Oh,
Who's
no,
Susan.
Is that the same one?
Yeah, that's
put her to sleep. She can still type. Well,
I was just going to say
forever too.
She is a
wonderful person.
Bullshit. If she was put to sleep, how does she type this message?
She's very smart.
Because I'll tell you, because
she can do it.
Part of watching the Olympics put me in a coma, so I do understand what she's saying. I was trying to improve the games, but you know what? I don't think maybe the world's not ready for it. So guess what? Next Olympics, everybody sit back and enjoy your break dancing and wall climbing.
Yep. Hey, listen, but Susan, since you didn't care for much of the Olympics, what topic can we cover on Saturday? Give us a topic. All right, we're waiting. Yeah. Oh no, she's sleeping.
She's sleeping.
She's sleeping. If Tammy was here, it would be a brighter show.
Let's take one moment here, Gary, just to remind everybody that if you or somebody you love is suffering from addictions and needs help, make sure you call Addiction Training Center, who is our sponsor, Gary and I and Karen and a few other of our friends are a part of, and then we put this together because it's really important that we get information out there and help people with addictions, and whether it's alcohol, drugs, or even mental health disorders. It could be sex addiction, gambling addiction. If somebody needs help, we need to help them. If nothing else, we've learned from this COVID time that people are suffering. They need assistance. They need help. If you know somebody who needs some help, give us a call, 786-514-0893. You can talk directly to Karen. Now, if you want to get involved, if you want to really do something about it, because a lot of people say, I want to help. Gary, how many times a day do people say, oh, I want to get involved, I want to help? We're giving them an opportunity. Get trained as a certified event interventionist. Learn about how you can communicate with somebody who is suffering. Learn about the things that you could do to help them and get involved. And that's all I can say is atceducation.com. You can go on there and take our certified interventionist course. If you have any questions about it, again, call Karen at 786-514-0893. You could always reach Gary and I. Message us on Live Out Loud Facebook page. You can send us a message if you want to talk to one of us. But yeah, Gary, this is really important to us. We talk about music. We make a lot of fun. We do a lot of different things, but this is a serious business, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if getting away from a substance is not an easy thing to do, and if you can't do it yourself, then you need help. And it's amazing how the difference between somebody who's consistently using and somebody who's and all of a sudden they get clean, they're a whole different person, and you can learn to appreciate life a little bit more.
Absolutely.
You learn about life. You focus on your solutions. If you have a problem, if you have issues, when you're clean, you can focus on those solutions instead of getting totally ripped and letting those solutions slip through your fingers.
Absolutely.
You can be one of those people that help one of those other people to get clean. How to talk to them. You learn how to talk to them. You learn how to communicate with them when they can't even communicate with themselves, or they can't communicate at all. You learn how to communicate with them. It's not only for the addict, it's also for life situations. This kind of training is really valuable, and it's not only learning how to do an intervention, it's learning how to control your emotions.
Yes, absolutely. There's so much to learn, and we want to help you. We want to help. What we believe is that when it comes down to addictions, and when it comes down to people who need help with mental health, it's great to have all these TV commercials and awareness campaigns and the Just Say No's and all the other stuff, the War on Drugs and all. But you know what? It's the one-on-one interaction. It's the one-on-one interaction between you and somebody else who cares about you. That's what changes lives. And that's what we want to prepare you for. If you're faced with that situation and you've got to stand in front of somebody with a problem, do you know what to do? We want to help you do that. By the way, Jill Hickey is with us.
Hi, Jill.
Had a great time. Now, we really haven't talked much since that Dean Summers and Friends event. But
you mean the thing that you put on Facebook where you videotaped the whole event?
Yeah, I got to apologize for that.
Okay, go ahead.
I did not have a camera that was really meant to do that. I was going to get a couple of little things, and then nobody else was there to actually film the whole thing. So I decided, why not do it? And
Scott, you saved the day, because the guys that were supposed to come and videotape it didn't show up. So you were there to get that historical event on stage.
Well, it was.
I got to get to know so many incredible, wonderful musicians. Jill is one of them. I never met her. Did 4 or 5 songs with her, and never met her.
Jill says Mike is there too. Do you know Mike?
I know Mike. Mike is the perfect half of Jill. There's Jill, who's perfect half of Mike. The guys remind me of me and Tammy.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
These are 2 good-looking people. Let me tell you.
I got to tell you that who, you and Tammy? I
no,
agree.
Tammy's the good-looking one.
I think you're half
but I'm
right.
talking about Jill and Mike. Oh, you're interrupting me. I'm talking about Jill and Mike. You should see they're just celebrating 30 years.
30 years of what? Being together for 30 years?
No. Yeah,
Being
30
together?
years. 30 years ago, Mike asked Jill to marry him, and he's still asking.
Jill, just a little piece of advice that if you had killed him when you met, you would have been out on good behavior by now. Just saying.
Oh, nice advice.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know how long they've been
November.
married. But it's in November.
In November.
Oh, well, I'm glad you posted it this month. Or maybe that's when they got married. Is that when you got married? Yeah. Well, September 18th, 2023, Tammy's going to be all mine. It's going to be my temptation. My temptation.
Dude, you said a date?
Yeah, we said a date. We sure did. That's it, though. We haven't figured out a time or a place or a...
Oh, okay. Well, I can marry you. I'm an ordained minister.
I'm marrying Tammy.
No. Oh, damn. I really wanted to marry you.
How could I let that go? How could I let that go?
You couldn't. But I wanted to let me get back to the show real quick because I was so impressed with the musicianship. We didn't get a chance to talk about this because COVID hit and everything else. You know, Jill saying she's super excited for you and Tammy, and that's great. We're all excited for you guys. I mean, I think it's awesome. But I was so blown away by the talent level. Gary, I've known you, and I've known some of the other people that you play with on a regular basis and stuff. And a couple of those guys were there, but these were mostly new guys that I didn't know that well.
Right.
Wow. I mean, I'm talking, of course, Dean Summers, rock star, just kills it. He's just one of those guys. It's just he never left the damn stage the whole time.
Nope.
He just kept playing, but everyone got up there. Everybody who sang. Jill blew me away every time she grabbed the mic. She was fantastic.
Let me tell you something. That girl,
holy cow, can
sing.
And putting her and Maria together on stage, it's like almost not fair to the rest of the world that wants to sing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nicest, although that nicest person in the world. Who? Nicest person in the world, Jill. Let's see, Maria. You should have heard her do White Rabbit. You did. You folks, you got to hear. If you can go on, is it on Live Out Loud?
It's on Live Out Loud on YouTube. Live Out Loud podcast on YouTube. It is the whole show. We filmed the whole show. We put little snippets of some of the stuff they did online, so that you'd see a little snippet of the online song, then you would see the live one following.
Yeah, that was very good. It was very good. But I got to tell you, I mean, Frank. A great guy. The people from Mr. Nice Guy, that's why it's called Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, it's just everybody on that stage was just the nicest person, and we got along so good, and there were no egos clashing. It was great. I was so proud to be part of that and getting to know people that I didn't know before. And now I'm friends with.
Have you ever been on stage with that much raw talent before? I mean, everyone on a stage could have just owned that stage by themselves. Everybody.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool, right? I mean, this is like a We Are the World moment.
Yeah. Yeah. We did that one time in South Florida when We Are the World came out. And we did the South Florida for Africa thing where we sang the song and they gave parts out. But this was something really special. And like I said, everybody was really nice and their spouses were really nice. Like Jill said, Mike is there. Mike is the greatest guy. He's the nicest guy in the world. And these are people that in other circumstances can be real snobby and egotistical, but man, I sat and talked with Mike for a little while, and he's just the nicest guy. Nicest guy.
It's just it was amazing. I was blown away, and any of the people out there, if any of the people are catching this podcast now or watching it later that were involved in that, you guys all are rock stars in your own right. I had so much fun editing it. I actually at times forgot that I was trying to edit something and just sat there and watched. And then I was like so involved in just watching the damn thing. It was incredible.
Hey, Scott, you saved the day. You saved the day. You really did.
I felt like I felt I felt very small compared to all the talent that was out there. And if I could do just a little something to help, I was glad I could do it. But my talent has always been on stage with my talking. To see you guys out there with the instruments and the voices and the singing, it just blows me away. I love it. I almost get it's almost a jealous feeling, but it's like you guys are my heroes. You guys are all my heroes to get up there and do what you do. And especially with something like this. Let's not forget why this happened. This happened because there was a bunch of people who loved all of these bands all around South Florida. You go to any of these restaurants anytime and it's full with people who love the bands and they weren't getting to experience it. And Dean and then another, you guys all started kind of just coming together and doing these little numbers online so people can watch their favorite musicians online. Next thing you know, it became a phenomenon. And I don't know how many of them they did. I think there was 38 of them you did over COVID.
I think he did 35 of them.
Okay.
Altogether, yeah. Jill says it was very humbling, and it was incredibly humbling to see how much talent there is.
Yeah. And I hope that's something that maybe that can be pulled together every once in a while, just as a kind of I know there's a lot of work behind it, and there were some people who did some great work. There was the promotion people and all the other people, but I hope there's other reasons to bring people together like that. Gary, in your time, okay.
Yow.
I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because I don't mind it stopping right there because
back in your time
could be something else.
Back in your time, Gary, remember when we were drawing on the cave wall that day and you said that
I got an idea.
Close.
I got an idea for a wheel.
Let's throw another one up here for Jill. She says, I love what you guys were just saying about the one-on-one face-to-face helping somebody you care about who has an addiction. Absolutely, Jill, and that's what this whole show's about. It's about having fun in your life, celebrating life, living out loud, clean and sober. And helping other people. You cannot live a sober life if you're not willing to reach out and help somebody else. That's what I base my entire life on at this point.
Do you know that being selfish? Do you know that helping somebody out is the most selfish thing that you could do? Because the gratification that you get from helping somebody, it's the most selfish thing that you could do, and anybody deserves that kind of feeling. Anybody deserves to be that selfish to be able to help somebody else. Especially with saving their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've seen Gary work with people I sit back in awe at how he touches people's hearts, and it amazes me, my friend. And
you taught me that, buddy. You taught me that.
But anyway, that's why we do what we do. But we also like doing it because Gary and I are buds, and this is kind of how we get a chance to say some crazy shit that comes into our head that we just can't say in a normal course of a day because people would lock us up. So we just get to do it here.
Locked up.
I'm awful pale. There we go. That's better. All right. So anyway, getting down to it, I texted you something earlier. You wanted names of lead singers from rock bands. For something. And I just thought about, it'd be kind of cool to have fun with Willie Nelson. And you got so upset. You're like,
I didn't get upset. No, I didn't get upset. No. Wait. I didn't get upset. I texted you back going, I left out the word. I'm going to leave it out now too.
You said rocks. You said rock stars.
I said rock stars.
Rock stars with like 3 exclamation points behind it, which is kind of like, your bitchy side there, Gary. So
no, that's not my bitchy side. That's my insulting side.
Do you understand where my confusion came in? Because when you said rock stars, I think rocks, I think stones. Then I think people who have been stoned. And then I thought of Willie Nelson. So that's where I made the connection.
Which once again brings us back to interventions.
Yeah, there we go. Willie could have used it. Taking focus.
Oh, he's doing just fine. He's
taking focus off yourself and using what you've learned to help others. Awesome feeling. Absolutely, Jill. Absolutely. Gene is saying, Steve Perry. Steve Perry, one of the most unique voices in rock and roll.
Yep.
Probably one of the ones that was most duplicated or tried to be duplicated the most. I mean, a lot of people won't even try Freddie Mercury. They're just like, oh, Freddie? No, forget it. I'm out. But they're all like, yeah, I think I could do Steve Perry. But he had a unique something to his voice. It was almost a nasal quality that nobody else could copy. It was his.
You know something? It wasn't just Perry's voice, because Arnell, it comes awfully close to Steve, and he's got a little bit of his own style. The thing about Steve Perry was the magical songs he wrote.
Oh shit! Okay.
I mean,
I thought you were going to say the tight pants. That's how he hit those notes. I've never seen a rock star with tighter pants. It doesn't happen. They were painted on him.
That you see, you haven't seen the Ruddles yet.
Oh my! Stop with these stupid shows.
Oh, come on. It's not a stupid show. It's a takeoff on the Beatles.
Right.
It's a takeoff on the Beatles! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. You need to watch the Ruddles. You still have my DVD of the Ruddles. Watch it.
I still have that?
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's a drink coaster.
I have to go, folks. I got to burn another CD really fast. I'm sorry. We're bitching in front of. We got an audience out there, and they're listening to us argue. Jill says Frank Vestry can sing Freddie Mercury.
Frank Vestry can sing Freddie Mercury. Yes, he can.
What are you doing? I squeeze your head. All right. Yeah. He was there. He was one of the stars of the show.
Frank's great too.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so I think that's kind of wrapping it up for today.
Yeah. But Saturday morning at 11:30.
Wait a minute. This is important. Jill is asking you, Gary. She wants to do a Beatles duo with you.
A cappella?
Dude.
Is that what you mean?
Duet. A duet. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's, Jill, given the caliber of how you sing, I mean, anybody would be honored to do something with you. So that's awesome. That is awesome.
Did you ever see the acapella that Tammy did with me? She did We're So Sorry, Uncle Albert.
Yes.
Just see Tammy coming in. She went hands across the water, hands across the sky. Yeah. She was great. Yeah.
She was fantastic. And I didn't think she was her voice. The best thing you guys did, if you guys ever get a chance to go on Gary's Facebook page, you got to look for the Baby It's Cold Outside number that he did with Tammy. That was brilliant. That was
Temptation. Brilliant. Yeah, Tammy's idea.
Really good. It was really good.
Temptation Productions.
She says I need to see that one. Yeah, you got to see it.
Gotta go. Gotta see those. We do that. We do You're the One That I Want, and we also do Sonny and Cher. They're all on there. Yeah, Jill, let's do a Beatles song. Yay.
Okay. So we're going to be on Saturday.
Yes, we are. And hopefully Temptation will be here.
We'll let everybody know for sure. I'll release it like Saturday morning or something. If the weather turns, we probably won't do it. But if the weather holds out, we'll do a live. We want to do a studio one. We want to be together.
Yeah.
So we'll probably shoot for around noon on Saturday and see if it's going to work with the weather. So we'll see if we can make that work. We also have Gary. I got to get this on public record. You're having dinner at my house on August 22nd.
22nd. August 22nd. Yeah.
Say it. I know it's
August 22nd.
I know it's scheduled in Tammy's phone. I know that is the fact. She showed
me. But that's
got nothing to do with you. Oh, yeah, that's all that matters until you come
all
up and
that matters.
You say, wait a minute, Billy Bob's bar and grill and grease club down the street, they called and they need me to come in and do a one-man show with the kazoo and a harmonica up my butt. Because that could happen.
They have to pay me a good amount.
Yeah. But, blowing and tooting and doing your thing. But no, but you're here for dinner. Because I'm having I'm gonna have Sandy and Karen are going to be over, and then I've got a friend of mine coming in, and that I want you to meet, and we're gonna, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great.
You're going to serve cheese. I know it.
What am I going to serve? I'm going to serve. Actually, I'm doing a kind of a little bit of a tasting. So there's going to be like mini stuffed peppers and mini this and mini that, and there's going to be like 3 or 4 courses of like little mini things. I just love cooking, so I'm going to have fun with it. Maybe have little mini medallions, like prime rib medallions or something like that, or not prime ribs, filet mignon medallions and things like that. We're gonna have some fun.
That's a good way to buy one filet mignon to feed 6 people.
Yeah, you figured out my freaking secret. Yeah, it's called an amuse-bouche.
Yeah, we're gonna bring Janet a doggy bag.
Oh, Jill says mini eclairs. Good idea, Jill. We'll do that. Yeah, the frozen ones. I'm not even going to unfreeze them. Screw them. I don't like these people that much anyway. It's all good.
Hey, that's how you make an eclair last.
Yeah, you just an eclairsicle.
Well, good. All right. Well, let's do this Saturday. In the meantime, let's say by Janet, by Terry, by Jill, by Mike. Who else is on there? By Sandy, Karen.
David.
Who else do we have on there?
Oh, we've had David Nelson.
David was on.
Michael Weinstein was on. Bruce
Michael
Davis,
was
Donna,
on
Victoria B, Gene Ritchie. We got yes, we had a bunch of people on. So want to thank everybody for tuning in, even if it was just for a few moments. For those of you who slipped into a coma during the Olympic version or the Olympic portion of our show, wake up. We're all done.
We're all done.
Wait. Ready? Wake up.
Well, that woke me up.
There we go.
That's some loud snapping there, Scott.
Janet sends her love. Janet, we love you too. Thank you so much for being a part of our show from the very beginning. I actually showed a picture. I'll have to post that on our show Saturday. A picture of you and I, like the second show we ever did, a picture of you and I together. It was only like 3 years ago, Gary. But we looked so much younger. We have aged so much in these last 3 years. Both of us. I mean, it's just like we look so young and fresh. And now we're just kind of old and stale.
I don't know what to say to that.
No, seriously, when you see the picture, you're going to be like, holy shit. I can't believe it looks like it was 15 years ago.
My hair was dark, wasn't it?
Your hair was darker. You were clean shaven too. Like very
I was clean shaven. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't have this, whatever you have, this Lon Chaney halfway through the change look going on.
It's very weird, but you know something? I'm not crazy about it, but Tammy likes it. Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, I want to look exactly the way that she wants me to look.
You are a scruffy little boy, let me tell you.
Hey, I am. You know what she does? She grabs my chin like that. Okay. I'm just crazy
now
about my
we want more. The people who were in a coma from the Olympics just woke up for that shit. She grabs you and does what? Tickles the hair in your chinny chin chin. Okay.
She
go play Three Little Pigs by yourself and we'll end the show.
She chins me. All right. Well.
All right. Gary,
I'm waiting for her to walk through that door any minute.
Yeah, but you know what? I think it's time for us to say goodnight, Gracie. I want to thank everybody for joining us once again for the pop-up shows. Make sure you keep something out. And if you have an idea for a show, please, we're going to beg you, put it on our Facebook page, Live Out Loud Podcast on Facebook. Put it on our Facebook page. Message us on Facebook. Please, just if you got an idea for a show, it could be something silly. It could be something serious. We will always, always, always make it a priority for us to talk about mental health, addiction, and wellness and helping people. Because Addiction Training Center, we're all about that. And that is our sponsor. That is who does the show. That's who we are. We are Addiction Training Center. But we will always be ready to do something for you guys. We've even got the possibility of doing some live events at some point down the road. So if somebody wants something like that, we got that going. But right now, it's me.
For Fred to stay awake. I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments and Okay. I was just going through the comments while you're doing that, and because I'm trying to go back. Terry had an idea, or Jeannie had an idea for a show that came up earlier, and I can't seem to find it.
Okay. All right. You know what? We'll find it and we'll get back to them. But for now, we're going to wrap up our show. Thanks everybody for joining us. Everybody, you have yourselves a great night.
Without curiosities.
No curiosities. I don't do curiosities during the pop-up shows. It's just not what I do. It's not what I do. And I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, okay. There we go.
And I was prepared. All right. So for now, I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
I want to thank everybody for joining us. Gary, brother, I'll see you Saturday. Everybody else out there, you guys take care.
Be careful, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.